Good evening. Good afternoon. Sorry, not evening. Good afternoon. Can you hear my voice clearly? Yes. Okay. So, let everyone join. Can't see me. Acha, let sir come. Then I'll tell sir to check. Wait. Okay. Sir is not here. So, just wait a minute. Wait, okay? Wait a minute. Now can you see me? Yes, I am there. I can see myself. Yes. Okay. Okay. Fine. Thank you. Chalo. Let's start our class today. So, yesterday I remember that we have discussed about the Jallianwala Bagh massacre, and we have seen that how this was a great effect to Indian national movement, and as this was a great event, it not only affected the Indians but it also affected the world politics or the world politicians, and they all criticized British Indian government, and they said that the way the British Indian government is ruling in India, it's not the right process. In the meanwhile, as I told you that I have informed you about the foundation of Muslim League, which was in 1906 under Sir Syed Ahmed Khan, with one very easy objectives, that to oppose Indian National Congress and to show their loyalty to the Britishers. But a strange thing happened in the year 1916. In the year 1916, a strange thing happened. What happened? That due to the bad ruling system of the Britishers, in 1916 there was a pact between INC, that is Indian National Congress, and the Muslim League. The pact was known as Lucknow Pact. So Lucknow Pact was done in 1916, and by this the Indian National Congress and the Muslim League came closer to each other. They changed, means Indian National Congress, they had this policy from the beginning only, but this Muslim League, they suddenly changed their policy that they will also look for the Indian people and they will fight for India's freedom along with International Congress. So in that view, in the year 1916, they signed the Lucknow Pact, and in this Lucknow Pact, what happened? That this system was introduced. Okay, and then the Rowlatt Act came. In the Rowlatt Act, both of the parties they revolted, they protested, and in Gandhiji's Rowlatt Satyagraha, both the parties and the members of both the parties, they participated and they took a major role. Now, in the year 1919, as I said that it was a response, it was a reaction after the Jallianwala Bagh and mostly the Rowlatt Act, that Gandhiji planned for launching a new mass movement which will have the pan-Indian idea or pan-Indian ideology. So, in 1919, he urged to the Indian National Congress leaders that he is going to have this new mass movement. But actually what happened, that many leaders, they did not they were not ready, actually they were not ready to launch this non-cooperation movement at this time. So what happened, that in the year 1919, at the end, a new Congress session was held in first 1919 in Calcutta. In Calcutta, the proposal of non-cooperation movement was given. But in Calcutta Congress session, in Calcutta Congress meeting, the approval was not given to International Congress, by International Congress to Gandhiji to launch the movement, right? But again in 1919 December, again Gandhiji called a special Congress meeting, and the meeting held at Nagpur, and in the Nagpur Congress session of 1919, finally the non-cooperation movement got a green signal. So Gandhiji got the permission from the National Congress team that he can launch a new mass movement. So just understand that how these political parties, they used to work. Means Gandhiji was one of the greatest leader of International Congress, but still when he was planning to do something, he had to take permission, or he had to talk to other members of Congress whether they are ready with his idea or not. Okay, so finally the non-cooperation movement started in 1920. So in 1920, the first mass movement led by Gandhiji started in India. So the time was 1920 and the movement was non-cooperation movement. Why the name was given non-cooperation? Why the name was given non-cooperation? What does this meaning? Non-cooperation means no cooperation. Anyone? Those who are present? I can see the names of Maisha, Bharat, Ashmita, Rimpi, Jivanangshu. Anyone? Why the name was given no cooperation or non-cooperation? What was Gandhiji's actual idea? Not to cooperate with the British company, not company Ashmita, this time the British government. Company was before 1857. Not to cooperate with the British, yes Maisha, but why? Why? Why not to cooperate with the British? No, Ananya, It's not the correct answer. Yes, Jyotima, you are right. Now my question is why? Why do you think that the Indians will not cooperate with the Britishers? What is your idea? Oh, it's too hot. Yes, Ashmita. And Jyotirmoy is also typing. Because the British came to India for marketing, but no. Yes, your answer, Oshmita, it's correct. That they came to India for marketing, for ruling, then they started ruling. Yes, because they are doing bad and no, no, no. Ashmita and Jyotirmoy, both of your answers are correct, but not applicable to this question. Okay, it is not the answer of this question particularly. Okay, let me wait for Ananya and Jivanangshu what they are doing. Any other? Anulipi is there today? Jivanangshu and Ananya, type it fast. The people wanted not to use British products. Aha, that is the result of it. How the non-cooperation was taken place. How the non-cooperation was used. Okay, it's not why. Why the non-cooperation? Non-cooperation, you are right that not to cooperate with the Britishers, right? It is correct, right? Why no cooperation? Because according to Gandhiji, how the Britishers are ruling in India is Indians are cooperating with the Britishers. Understood? That starting from the Battle of Plassey, if Mirzapur did not help Robert Clive, then maybe Sirajuddaula won't have died. So Mirzapur was there to help. So Mirzapur cooperated with the Britishers. And time to time, several Mirzafars or several people like Sir Syed Ahmed Khan was present, like the Gurkhas, like the Pathans, like the Sikhs during the 1857 revolt. They helped the Britishers. Otherwise, it was impossible for the Britishers to deal with the Indians. Just imagine, it is a country. Then only the population was more than 1 crore. Okay, more than 1 crore was the population, and maybe the number of British people in India was maximum 50,000. And just imagine 100 crore people started, if they start walking towards those 50,000 British people, the British people should run away from India. Right? Just imagine, the population of India is so much and the population of Britishers in India was so less. So always some of the Indians in this way or in that helped the Britishers, cooperated with the Britishers. That is why the Britishers could rule in India. So now the Gandhiji's point was that we will not cooperate. We will stop cooperating. Then the Britishers could not rule here. And as they will not be able to rule here, they will leave us. And how we will not cooperate? How we will do this kind of non-cooperation? Which Ananya said, that they will not buy British products. They will not go to British schools and colleges and universities. They will not go to British offices, court laws. They will do their own ways. That means a second time the Swadeshi movement came back. The first time Swadeshi movement was there during the Bengal partition, right? And now in the second half, during the non-cooperation movement, when Gandhiji gave call for boycotting all the British goods, then for the second time a Swadeshi movement started. Indian shops, Indian goods, Indian products, Indian schools, colleges, universities, offices, everything was opened. Understood? And this was going on in that way. Any questions? Any doubt? Any doubts? Ashmita, Jyotirmoy, you have understood that why the use of non-cooperation? Understood that why to use non-cooperation? Yes, yes. So this is why the non-cooperation movement was understood, and this non-cooperation movement was one of the most successful mass movement of India during the national movement, because this was the first time when Gandhiji gave a call for the whole nation to participate, right? But along with this non-cooperation movement, there was another movement, and we will now discuss about it and shift our focus from India to Europe. In Europe, during the period 1918, what happened? In 1918, the First World War ended. And as the First World War ended, the Allied and the Axis groups, they started to sort out things, and they made Germany the sole responsible of First World War, and so on, right? Along with that, Turkey, the country Turkey, was in the Axis group. So Turkey also took part in the First World War and was defeated. But Turkey's position was a very good position. It was a trade route to Asia. It was a trade route to India. So what happened? Actually, that Turkey's position was very good, England and France, they wanted to divide Turkey into two halves. For example, if Turkey is like this, they wanted to divide Turkey into two pieces, one piece for England, another piece for France. Right? So they wanted to divide the country. Now if the country is divided, there is no point of Turkey's own ruler. Turkey's own ruler will not be there. And who was Turkey's own ruler? Turkey's own ruler was the Ottoman Empire. The Ottoman Empire, and he was known as Khalifa. The ruler of Turkey was known as Khalifa. And this Khalifa, you know that you have dealt this in class 11 when we have studied the Islamic Empire, that this Khalifa is not only a post of a ruler, but it is also the post of a religious leader of the Muslims. So when Turkey was to be divided between England and France, they wanted to remove the post of Khalifa, which is not only the ruler of Turkey, but also the religious leader of the Muslim rulers, or the Muslim people, sorry. So, as this became important, in the whole world, Muslim people started a movement. The Muslim people started a movement against this decision of England and France. And they started a movement in the year 1920 known as Khilafat Movement. Known as Khilafat Movement. Khilafat means khilaf. What is the meaning of khilaf? Khilaf means going against, right? So they went against the decision of England and France. So all over the world, this Khilafat movement started. And as in India, there were lots of Muslim people living in India. So in India also, the Khilafat movement started. And the Khilafat movement started in a place called Bombay. And the leaders of Khilafat movement in India were known as Ali brothers. There were two brothers. Their names were Shaukat Ali and Muhammad Ali. So these two brothers, they are known as Ali brothers. They started the movement, Khilafat movement at Bombay in 1920. And as I have mentioned that due to the Lucknow Pact of 1916, Indian National Congress and Muslim League came together. And when two different movements started at the same time, one started by the Gandhiji and the Indian National Congress, and one started by the Muslim Brothers of India, Gandhiji supported Khilafat movement. Gandhiji supported Khilafat movement, and they said that now, today onwards, the non-cooperation movement will be known as non-cooperation Khilafat movement. Understood? Any questions? Any doubts? I'll stop here today. So I just want to know if you have any doubts, any questions regarding Khilafat movement and everything. Ananya said, no ma'am. Others? Others? Okay, so I consider that there are no problems. So in my next class, that means the next week, we are going to go along with the detailed discussion of the non-cooperation movement. Okay, so till then, goodbye.